So that means there was already a plan hatched by people outside and inside who wanted to bring it down.
I was going to ask you about that, the Big Tent concept, because for me as a voter, again, I get a bit nervous by, concepts like the Big Tent, because I think, so I'm voting for you, but then you might change your mind after a while. And then you want to now have a whole bunch of people attending your tent, right? Isn't it disconcerting for the voter?
But the point is, we have now an elite capture. It's one group against the other, the second group against the third group, and so on and so forth. So I think the idea that recently was put forward by Pakatan Harapan, the Big Tent concept, is a very interesting one. Here, the idea of a Big Tent actually means that you democratize the process.
Okay.
Where you have students, where you have young people, where you have trade unions, where you have farmer associations,
right,
where you have the urban resident associations,
right,
all part of the tent, in order to promote the idea that this change that we are looking for is a people-centered one. What happens is this is a tragedy which you see less in Indonesia and the Philippines though. Maybe Philippines is not a good example, Indonesia though, where the citizenry still have control over their government though. Here what happens, as soon as the election was over, people said, okay, we have done our part, we have voted, we have put you there, now do the job though. And people went back home. And the guys who were given the responsibility did their own drama though.
Right.
And then people started complaining though.
Right.
But there was no connection anymore. So I think things could have been done better though.
Right.
Things could have been done better. And I think we have learned over the years. To be fair, this is a new government. There was already an attempt to bring it down though. Right? So that means there was already a plan hatched by people outside and inside who wanted to bring it down though. Right? So it is in that context that you have to see the failure of government though, that it was actually manipulated. There was, an attempt by people outside and within to create anger, animosity, and a sense of failure of the government itself. So this was orchestrated. This was quite orchestrated, and therefore you can see why it was unable to deliver the promises. And I think that the Pakatan Harapan's the manifesto has got a whole lot of ideas in it. So I think we have to go back and revisit some of these ideas and prioritize it for the next general elections though. The elections cannot be about one group over another group though.
Right.
It should be about one ideology over another ideology though. It should be one based on people-centered development, people-centered movement though. This is what we need to be pushing forward though.